Slightly Genius, episode 23, right? Your boy King Espi
23.
Nate Busch across from me.
Black Night Shyamalan, you know who it is.
We got that new Drizzy playing in the background, baby. We've been blessed. We've been blessed in January. January hasn't been too kind to me, but
it's like Christmas in January.
You know what I'm saying? They kind of knock.
Do they?
I don't know if you haven't. I know you haven't heard him yet. The one that I've been knocking lately is God's Plan. And when I first heard it, I was like, man, that shit's fucking whack. And I went to the next one, Diplomatic Community. That was pretty dope.
Okay.
But lately, I've been catching this God's Plan playing on my shuffle at the gym. And I'm like, man, this shit does kind of knock. It's cool. It's kind of nice to have some Drizzy.
That shit happens with Drake songs. Even the ones you first hear and you're like, I don't like this shit at all. If you hear it at least 3 more times, it's a wrap.
I feel differently about Drake's music than I did, 5 years ago and then a few years before that. It's no secret. In the beginning, I was a hater. You know what I mean? I'm like, man, that shit suck, bro. But once I found out it could get you them draws, it could get you them, you know what I mean? Girls be dropping them when you play some Drizzy. That was back in Take Care. What's it called? Nothing Was the Same? I think.
I don't fucking remember.
I don't remember.
Nothing Was the Same. Nah.
What was? I don't know. The one where there's heads in the clouds. That album.
What? Yeah, I don't fucking know, bro. I can't remember.
I don't know. Anyways, right? Back then, especially after Take Care, when some new Drizzy was coming out, you were excited because you knew you was going to get some ass, dog. You knew you was going to get some vagina.
It's definitely panty season.
You know what I'm saying? It definitely was panty dropping season. That's what it was.
Yeah, the fallout.
I was actually... I ain't even going to say it. Anyways. But now 5 years, 6, 7 years later, about 5 years later, that was in 2013, 5 years later, when I hear some new Drake, I'm not so much excited about the whole panty dropping part because I'm fucking...
You already know the situation.
Got that ball and chain. But I'm just like, all right, cool.
Oh, shit.
Because I'm telling you, we talked about it earlier, a few of our other podcasts. I'm starting to be that old guy now that doesn't like the new shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not down with a whole lot of it. A buddy of mine on Twitter told me to follow some dude. I think it's TF or NF. He's a Christian rapper. I listened to one song and it was pretty dope.
Okay.
I'm gonna check out the catalog before anything. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I've been super haterish lately. When M came out, I was happy, but I'm an M stan. You know what I mean?
Right.
So when Drizzy comes out, I'm usually 50-50 on it. These 2 tracks, yeah, they're getting play in my car.
I got you.
You know what I mean? But
I mean, there's a few young artists I like, but I don't like all their songs. I just like certain ones.
No, yeah. Well, there's a few. Like,
I mean, if you don't dance to it, it's hard to listen to, though.
I wasn't I'm not a 21 Savage fan by any means, but there's a couple songs that my brother will play. I'm kind of like, all right, that's not bad. I mean, I like it. It's just, I mean, I'm just old, bro, and I have that same old school mentality. When I was bumping, fucking all the shit that was dropping at the time, like D12, even fucking some tracks from Nelly. Nelly was huge back in the day.
Yeah.
When we were kids. My dad was bumping old school Ice Cube, some Eazy-E, fucking Ice-T.
Jesus.
So
that nigga used to get played.
I think the only project I would be super excited for out right now is if the game were to drop something, because every time the game drops something, it's just fire.
Dude, you ain't lying.
You know what I mean? Even if the whole thing's not pure fire, which it's been a while since games dropped a lame duck.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't think he's ever really had a lame duck, but there was a couple albums I'm kind of like, well, there's other ones better than this one. Right? Gambino just signed, was it to RCA Records?
Did he?
Yeah, you didn't see that?
No.
I saw it on Twitter. I should have screenshot it.
As far as like news goes, I have no idea what's going on right now.
He's dropping new music this year.
For real?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just seen it the other day.
I think this will probably be his last project then.
I thought that would be a bigger hit. I thought you kind of would know that.
Well, I know he said that I thought the Awaken My Love was the last one, but I think he said his next project is going to be the last because he likes seeing things come to an end. He doesn't want something to just be long and drawn out for no reason.
Childish Gambino signs with RCA Records. New music coming later this year.
Oh, shit. Good to know. The new season of Atlanta is coming in like March, I think. Actually going to be sick. His show on FX.
I know what show it is.
Right.
I heard a lot of good things about it, but I haven't caught it.
You should.
It's on FX, right? What was the last good show?
It might be on Netflix right now too.
Nah,
it's not.
Because I looked for it.
Okay.
FX was Sons of Anarchy, right?
Yeah.
They're on that shit.
Yeah.
They don't let you down. FX. I mean, I might try that. I might check out Atlanta.
Louis was on FX too.
Okay. I'm definitely going to check that out. Speaking of Netflix, a buddy of mine told me, recommended to watch this docuseries, Last Chance U. He thought I would be all over it because my brother plays ball, you know what I mean?
Right.
I've seen it before. I've seen it, especially like a couple years ago when it first came out.
Okay.
I saw that it was there. And each time I'm kind of like, I'll catch it later.
Yeah.
Didn't even bother watching the trailer. I was just like, it's just like another show, you know, about football players. That's one of those,
for me, if it's on, I'll watch it, but I can't just dive into like ESPN series on Netflix.
I honestly thought it was going to be like Friday Night Lights, like a show. I didn't know it was a docuseries. And the last person I ever thought would recommend a docuseries to me, my homie, and I saw it. I kept putting it off because I was on the 17th season of Law and Order, and I wanted to finish that up real quick.
Jesus.
Right? But I caught it and I binge watched both seasons, back to back. I watched the first season.
I thought it was just a one-time, hour or 2 hour long thing.
No, it's like 6 or 7 episodes, and they're an hour each.
Jesus, I'm never gonna catch that shit, bro.
They pretty much follow every game of the season, right? And what it is a bunch of dudes who are playing D1 school got into some type of altercations, kicked out for something, right?
Right.
Some of them a little more harsher than others. Some of them, like, you'll be like, come on, dog, like, you shouldn't be getting kicked out for that, you know? Right. And some of them are from people who weren't offered because either grades in school or something. I'm not saying, like, maybe from my personal experiences, but people I know, like us, around us, there were some parts where I can relate. You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, man, coach didn't look out for us, from time to time. Shit like that.
We really know.
Why kids got into the situation that they're in, and it follows a couple individual guys, players and some of the coaches throughout the season, and I was hooked. I had to watch the second season. Oh boy, he was a QB at Florida State. He was Jameis Winston's backup.
Oh shit.
Went to it's a community college. So out there in East Mississippi.
Right.
He went there, transferred to Auburn. Now he's over at Florida Atlantic with Lane Kiffin, trying to get some playing time. Second season quarterback, another Florida State quarterback transfer. Now he's at FAU with Lane Kiffin too. So it was really cool. Like, even after everything.
So those guys, basically, they just weren't getting the love they needed at Florida State?
Not necessarily.
Or did they get into trouble?
The second one, he punched a girl at a bar. It was all over the news. DeAndre Johnson.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was all over the news. I mean, self-defense in my opinion. She jabbed at him, but he gave her the hook. You know what I mean? He didn't knock her out. Not like that dude from, was it Oklahoma? That knocked out that girl at the fucking restaurant.
It's not funny. But,
it's not funny. but when you say it out loud and fast.
Because, and I'm not an advocate of anyone hitting anyone. That's just period. You know how I am. I'm a nonviolent type nigga. But the problem is...
got the heat.
The problem is people think it's okay to poke at bears when they're in the wild. It's like, you don't go fucking with a snake if you're afraid of getting bit.
Yeah.
So, if a motherfucker has it... But people are going to look at him like you should have walked away because it didn't hurt you.
100% agree. You should have walked away. Right?
I can't say
at the same
that.
Time, but there was some alcohol involved. I don't know what the hell it said. I mean, this is an old-ass event. This happened a long time ago. Right. But in the video, watching it, they were jabbing at each other, like, mouth-wise. Not, like, going at each other like Mayweather, you know what I mean? But, like, she, like, shoved his face, pushed him, and he just fucking decked her. She took it like a champ. She was still standing. My
thing is, you never know what's going on in someone else's life. You don't know their experiences until you get to know them. So, in his life, how many times has that happened to him?
Never.
Never done that to him?
According to, like, his parents look like some stand-up citizens. They look like some really
I'm not
nice
saying
people.
they haven't. I'm just saying, like, she don't know his stories. He don't know hers.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's true.
So it's just like, when you meet someone somewhere, probably be conscious of that.
The part about it that I was kind of like, you know what? He ain't kill anybody, right? He ain't murder nobody. This ain't no fucking big old drug thing. Right. You know what I mean? It happened. I don't know if he should have been kicked out of school. If anything, suspended. Right? But not only did he get kicked out of school, no school in the country wanted him. Like, nobody wanted him. Even if you watch this season, like, he was the one that left with no offers, and he was the best player.
Damn.
He left with no offers, and it wasn't until, like, last second I read that Lane Kiffin picked him up over at FAU. And I don't know if you follow Lane Kiffin or not, but he's wild on Twitter, bro.
Is he?
Yeah, fuck yeah. He be talking all this kind of shit. My bad.
Oh, okay.
He's like, hey, come to FAU. Like, he be hashtagging it.
That's
like,
why they brought that up.
Like, you don't want the executive producer all in the video. Come to FAU. That's Lane Kiffin, dog.
Okay.
No, he be hyping his boys up.
I saw something on ESPN the other day about Kiffin saying something to like Brady or some shit like that.
Something.
Was that so? That was associated with him.
Maybe. I don't remember. Not that he took a jab at Bama.
Right.
But he was just like, yeah, he's like, if Bama played boys like us or something like that. And they're like, so if you play Bama today, he's like, well, hold up. I didn't say we win. Like, he was being real about it.
Yeah.
And he's just like, we put up a challenge. You know, and you got to like what he's doing over
I'm
there.
not going to say they're not the best team in college football because Bama's obviously a huge football factory. But they also get opportunities other teams don't get.
What? What do you mean?
Nigga, they should not have been in the...
That's true. That's true.
That's just being honest.
That's true.
Based on those bullshit BCS rules that we have, they shouldn't have made it.
There should definitely be a bigger playoff plan here.
But they're also the biggest money draw in college football.
Yeah.
I mean, business-wise, it's smart. But just based on the same rules they look to enforce when they're kicking kids out of school for shit that has nothing to do with football.
That's what I liked about the docuseries. Some of the kids are in there for possession of marijuana, you know, gun charges. Like, obviously, in my opinion, gun charges and drug possessions are a lot more worse than, I hate saying it, than punching a girl when you're drunk. There's no good way of saying it. You know what I mean? Like,
all that behavior they associate with the exact same thing, though. So if he punched that girl in the bar, they're going to look at him as like he's carrying guns and drugs.
Exactly. And he's black, so it looks worse. No disrespect, but I'm just saying.
Disrespect to black people.
Is that not the truth, though?
It's true, because honestly, being black, that's what they look. That's what motherfuckers see when they look at you.
If that was motherfucking Colt McCoy, you know what I'm saying? And he punched shit, I'm pretty sure some other schools would be like, yo, come on, man. Like, you made a mistake. Sit out 1 year, but you can come play for our university. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, he learned his mistake. Yeah. Or what's that kid from Stanford that raped that fucking girl, right? And then they said jail was going to be too dangerous for him.
Too much, yeah.
Come on, bro.
Just probation. He learned.
That's what I meant by
his parents crying. Oh, my, he can't eat anymore.
Yeah, and you just deflower this young lady, motherfucker.
Fuck that kid, dude.
If I see him, I'm going to beat him up.
Harvey Weinstein slapped that nigga.
Hey, fam. With the mechanics on, the riders.
Dude, I'll Weinstein slap that nigga. With the vest on and everything.
That's what I like about this doc, bro. The ref and the head coach threw blows, bro. They was jabbing.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, I might have to get
all right, cool. No, the
real varsity blues.
And the ref fired on the coach, bro. And the coach fired back, smacked him with the clipboard.
Dude, was this like a fucking convict game or what?
The next game was a brawl. There was a brawl the next game.
Nigga, this is last chance to you.
Yeah.
And they're fucking going at it like...
Yeah.
It's like hockey.
Which is crazy because it cost them the national title for the JUCO national title, right? Like they finished, I believe, with the same record as everybody else.
But they don't lose as much shit as like D1 schools lose.
And with them, they go by point system.
Okay.
Right? So it's the more points you score, whatever, the higher your chances of being number one or number two. Right? So because of that fight, they were automatically like expelled from playoffs or whatever you want to say. But they go back and watch the video because the coach fired on his players. It's calling them thugs and criminals and shit. And then when you go back and watch the video, they were actually the calmer side. Like they're low key trying to stay calm. One or two of their players were fighting, right? It's because one of the players was getting stomped on. They're getting jumped. So one walks in, and then at one point they're trying to hold all of each other back.
Right.
But it escalated, right? So you're kind of like, you know what, man? They were actually not in the wrong. I mean, it shouldn't have happened, but they weren't in the wrong. It was more like
they were defending themselves.
But they got suspended for the playoffs, right? And then every single person involved, except for the head coach, maybe two other assistant coaches, the coordinators and everything, they were suspended for the first game of the next season. So they went into play with just incoming freshmen and whatever transfers came in, right? Even that dude, DeAndre Johnson, he was at that game with the brawl. But he was there on a recruiting trip, and he was sitting in the press box. He was suspended for the first game. Like, they weren't letting none of
That's some bullshit.
Like, friends and family members that were there watching, like, if your family was there watching, and your family goes to watch the first game, they automatically disqualify you because nobody was supposed to be there. It was trash, and they lost the game because they missed the extra point. So
that's some lame
so
shit,
that cost them the national title again that year.
Damn, you got
it's
me
good.
Hooked right now.
I'm saying. But this year,
I feel like I'm watching it.
I looked it up, bro. I looked it up this year. They're going with another school.
Okay.
Right. So I was just like, oh hell yeah! Right. I can't believe I didn't watch this before.
Right. Okay.
Last Chance You on Netflix. Check that shit out.
Continuing the Netflix thing, I finished American Vandal.
Never heard of it.
Show's fucking incredible. I thought I brought it up last week, but I might not have.
You brought up The Room, the movie called The Room.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm gonna catch that in February because the same theater in Kensington does it every month. So me and Doc gonna catch that in February. American Vandal. It's a mocu-series on a kid in Oceanside at a high school that causes a lot of trouble. Our Oceanside.
Oh shit.
Causes a lot of trouble. It's a mockumentary style though. So he what's
a mockumentary?
It's like a documentary, but it's a stage like The Office. It's a mockumentary series.
Oh, okay.
It's not real, but it's based on like real shit in the documentary style, but it's not actual.
Is that with the kid that draws the penises or something on cars?
Exactly, yes.
I always skip past that.
Bro, it's funny as fuck.
Is it really?
Because it's so accurate in his shenanigans and his friends, and it's so like fucking.
But it's fake.
It's not real.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
it looks real.
It's
I'm like, God, what this kid do?
And that's why I didn't watch it at first until my boy Chris told me about it, and then Corn Dog was telling me, he's like, yeah, that shit's funny as fuck. Watch it.
All right, so I gotta check that out.
I finally checked it out. This kid's drawing dicks on the marker board in class and shit all the time, and then something happens at the school where like 27 cars that belong to the teachers and the staff are fucking, somebody sprays big ass dicks on all of them.
Yeah.
And so like he obviously did it. And so the whole series is like trying to get to the truth of whether he did it or someone else did it. Because he's saying he didn't do it.
I gotta check that out. Now that you say it, because I haven't met anybody that's watched it.
I've
even watched the trailer like 3 times.
You gotta dive in, dog.
And I had a Zac Efron moment in like Neighbors 2, where like I went past him like, dicks on cars. Like, and I already passed it. I'm looking at something else. I'm like, dicks on cars. Like, that's kind of funny, bro. Like in my head, you know what I mean?
It is, bro. Honestly, it's 8 episodes, a little bit over 30 minutes each. The last one might be like 40 minutes.
8 episodes, 30 minutes each. Dude, that's not bad. I could knock that out one day.
Yeah, I knocked it out quick. Going and doing other shit and getting back to it. Funny as fuck, bro. You'll love it.
Oh no, I'm definitely gonna check that out.
Right, it's just banging though. It's hilarious.
We saw Den of Thieves.
We did. How'd you feel about it?
I'll show you my notebooks.
Damn.
I know when the deposit guy leaves 7-Eleven now. I'm about to pull up on him. Drop the fucking in.
That shit was tight, right?
No, that shit was tight.
When we first saw it, I was a little bit like, I don't feel like it went there. But thinking back, those action scenes were fucking like, I felt like we were in the shootout too. I
forget his name, but he's the main character, Merriman. Porn stash.
Pablo. Yeah, something. He was in Orange is the New Black.
Yeah, he's in Orange is the New Black.
I didn't know that was him. It's Liev Schreiber's brother.
I didn't know that was him.
Right.
Is that really?
Yeah.
No way.
Half brother.
Oh, okay. Daddy did some dirt.
Liev Schreiber or Liev Schreiber. I don't know how to pronounce it. But Sabretooth. So he's pretty
fucking
much
Ray Donovan.
Pretty much half Wolverine. Exactly.
Fucking Ray. What are we going to do with the keys, Ray?
Yeah. That motherfucker stood out to me, though.
He stole the show to me.
Thank you. I was thinking the same shit.
O'Shea Jackson Jr. did his thing, but I was like, that dude stole the performance. Gerard Butler's going to be Gerard Butler. He's dope in everything he fucking does.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And then the kid from Gridiron Gang, the black kid with the beard.
Yeah.
I feel like
the detective.
He did a really good job, too.
He's actually in... It reminds me of Gridiron Gang because that's the first time I've ever seen him. But he's a regular in Sons of Anarchy, too.
Oh, shit. He was on that show, Pitch. JJ was an extra for it.
Oh, no way.
That nigga was on the show.
Okay, cool.
Right.
Nah, that dude's in Sons of Anarchy. He's I want to say he's like the last 3 seasons, 3 or 4 seasons. He's like head of the black gang.
Of course.
He like takes over it.
Black Biker Week.
Monday, Tuesday.
I got you.
It's like a full business week. 5 days, 7 days. That shit is funny. Oh man. No, but getting back to Den of Thieves, it was dope. The storyline was great. I went into it because Darren had watched it the night before me.
Okay.
Or before us, and he told me 7 out of 10. A little watered down, and after watching it, I do know what parts he was talking about, like the whole watered down. Like,
is it the end?
You didn't need the whole family aspect in the movie.
Okay.
That was a bit much. Like, it was a good movie, tad bit long, because of like little scenes like that that just didn't need to be there.
I feel differently. I feel
like the whole Gerard Butler thing with his wife and kids.
Oh, okay.
Like that didn't need to be in there. Saying. The whole 50 thing with his wife, like that scene with the daughter's boyfriend, that was dope. That was really cool.
I feel like that was necessary though.
But that was probably the only time. Like,
because I feel like it showed how far back him and Merriman go.
Maybe, yeah.
The Gerard Butler thing though, I got to be honest. I was like, I didn't think about that until you brought that up now. But I definitely, in those moments, I was like, where's that going to go? Yeah. Because in the end, it really didn't even...
Yeah. And the only time, like, you actually... Because you don't... Like, they're not in the back of your mind at all. You know what I mean? And when... I mean, spoiler alert, right? When Fifth's character dies, you're kind of like, yo... You know, yeah, it was a small part of you was like, oh, man. Now his daughter's going to get fucking thrashed by that dude. You know what I mean? Daddy ain't around.
Dude...
But it was a good movie. Right. Action was the opening scene was dope.
Yes,
dope.
It opened fucking perfect.
Like I really want to go to the gun range now. You know what I mean? You know how I feel about guns.
Right.
I'm not 100%.
I feel like
about it.
I feel like the action scenes though is what made it fucking a great movie because like showing how Cheddar Bob and 50 and Merriman like did their thing moving like they showed their training and shit like that shit was sick as fuck.
It's funny because I watched a couple of press like promo tours of the guys.
Okay.
In the film, and it's everybody but Cheddar Bob. It's Fifth, O'Shea, Gerard, and Pablo. Is it?
Right.
Pornstash.
Right.
It's them going around doing the interviews.
Huh.
And they refer to him as Cheddar Bob.
Of course.
Everybody's just like
everybody does.
Because I was watching
his name.
I was watching The Breakfast Club, right. And they're talking about him, and he's like, "Who the fuck is that?" And Fifth's like, "Cheddar Bob." And he's like, "Oh, okay."
That's probably why he didn't go. Because my voice was like, Cheddar Bob. Did you shoot yourself in this one?
It's my mom's. Nah, but really good movie. Really good movie.
Yeah.
I would watch that again if it was a little shorter in theaters.
Okay.
But you know, good movie. I would cop on Blu-ray definitely for sure.
I feel definitely like solid, though.
Definitely recommend it to everybody.
Right. And I like that it was different in because most heist movies there's like 1 of 3 ways. Yep. Either the bank robbers get away because they outsmart everyone turns on each other and they ruin the plans, or the detective is like fucking
figures something out, you know like what I mean? Crazy.
But this one went a different direction a little bit. I feel like it was a better, more up-to-date Reservoir Dogs. Because I fucking hated Reservoir Dogs. Like, I saw the movie, I was like, this shit's stupid.
It's not as great as everybody says it is, but it's a good movie. Like, it's not like,
at all.
Fuck, dude, a fucking classic. You better respect Reservoir Dogs, bro.
You talk about it like a Scarface.
And I don't even really like Scarface, to be honest with you.
I've never seen it.
They're still trying to remake that, which is crazy.
Just leave it alone.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
It's not Jurassic Park is what we're trying to say.
I saw somebody, after we talked about that on the podcast, on the way to work, I saw somebody in a red Jeep with the Jurassic Park logo.
Oh, that is my dream
ride. And I tried to get a picture of it in traffic, but I was like, I got to keep my phone down.
That is my fucking dream ride.
That's awful that's your dream ride. The Batmobile exists, and you want the fucking Jurassic Park Jeep?
Fuck yeah.
In San Diego?
Yeah. Let it move! I don't want to be chased by Tyrannosaurus,
Jesus, bro. Dog. I also saw 12 Strong.
My mom told me it was a good movie.
That movie was fucking great. Fucking great.
The trailers, I like military, army, fucking marine flicks like that.
You do.
I really do.
You really do.
But something about that movie, it didn't pull me in. Maybe because Den of Thieves was coming out, and I was like more focused on Den of Thieves.
And you're thinking about Maze Runner already.
And that's tomorrow, baby. 2 days.
Okay, I was about to say, nigga, no.
I'm about to literally finish the rest of the book today.
Yeah, do that because we got to go catch that.
Yes. Last night I was at the Manhattan. It was trivia night, and one of the questions was, "What's the name of the second Maze Runner book?" I was like, "Yo, I got us, dog."
Hell yeah!
But a lot of people got it right. There's a lot of good fans out there.
Got you.
But 12 Strong, it just didn't pull me in like that. But I heard it was pretty good.
You got to see. We saw Only the Brave together.
Yes,
it was a very touching movie.
That was a
great
movie.
Fucking tribute to the R.I.P. the Rocky Mountain Hot Shots, Granite Mountain Hot Shots.
Granite Mountain.
12 Strong is another one of those movies.
Okay.
It's not a tearjerker, but it's a great fucking team story. Michael Shannon. I always call him Greg Buell because I could never remember his fucking name, but he's a great actor.
Me, him, and you, we went to the same school.
But I've seen his name too much lately to not know his name now. But that motherfucker, everyone in it did a bang up job, bro.
He's always had some pretty good parts. No, yeah, I'm definitely gonna. I'll probably see it.
It's a great movie. I'll probably see it. It's a great movie.
Maze Runner's got my movie money right now, but I'm definitely thinking about seeing it. But what's the whole deal with the fucking horses? Like, they didn't have rides?
Okay, you know what? That whole thing is a little bit overblown. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think it was to sell the movie, like these Americans rode in the horseback in the war. But the truth is, it was more of a fucking
distraction
movie about determination and fucking like grit.
Okay.
Just motherfuckers that refused to just be fucking impossible. An impossible task was in front of them, and they fucking conquered that shit. Just based on determination and fucking brotherhood.
All right, cool.
But the horses thing, they got to a certain point in Afghanistan, and they needed to get further, and they had no form of transportation.
They have horses in Afghanistan?
Other than 6 horses. They got horses everywhere.
San Diego.
Yes, we do.
We have down at the ranches. Horses bought and shipped to San Diego, but horses aren't raised out here.
Okay, you know what I mean? I don't know if they're natural Afghani horses. I don't know if they just came up in Afghanistan. They got horses. Turbans on their heads and shit.
Because I have friends who are in the military who've been to Afghanistan, and they say the wild dogs in Afghanistan are wicked. They're not like regular dogs, bro.
Wicked.
Like they shoot dogs all the time, and they say, bro, like those dogs will kill you, bro. So like,
they will eat your ass off. But they had horses. I don't know where they came from. They got guns and some other shit in Afghanistan. It ain't natural.
Can you pick where you get deployed to?
Trees, huh?
Can you pick where you get deployed to? That this group over here is going to Afghanistan. Can you just be like,
sometimes
not me, dog. You send me somewhere else?
Sometimes you get the option, but if you do, it's between one of two places. It's like you're going to Germany or you're going to Afghanistan.
I would rather go to Germany, for sure.
But it just depends. Other people don't have that option, but this group, based on the movie, this group chose to go to Afghanistan. They were the first to respond after 9/11.
Definitely not choosing to go there first.
They chose. They said, we want to go and we want to fucking fight.
Well, my hat's off to them, brother. My hat's off to them. Speaking of hats off, 25th anniversary of Raw was last night. Can't believe I missed it. I saw the highlights.
I was not happy.
Stone Cold was back. Stunned Shane O'Mac.
Dude.
And Vince McMahon. That shit was dope.
Was Stone Cold ET in the house though?
Dog, I don't know. I didn't even think about him.
That's one of them you got to be.
I didn't think about him, and honestly, I don't watch Raw these days. Right. But it was something I saw on Twitter, and I was just like, nah. And a couple of days goes by, which was yesterday, and I seen that it was already playing like East Coast time.
Okay.
And I'm just like, oh shit, that's tonight. And I was excited about it.
Yeah.
I got busy, so I couldn't watch it, but I was super excited. And I even told my sister about it. My sister watched it. But like watching Austin come out, stun Shane, stun Vince, fucking call for the fucking beers, smack them across each other, fucking pour them down your fucking throat. Yeah. That shit.
He could have been a Punisher, dog.
Okay.
He just stunned her and everybody.
Dog.
He fucking just walks in. That should be sick.
Can you imagine Steve Austin as the Punisher in Netflix? That would be fucking funny. But no, it was dope, bro. I remember I was a kid. I used to smack fucking soda cans together, right? Beer. Fucking pour them down, be all sticky and shit later.
Oh, yeah, eyes burning and shit. You trying to ride it out?
Man, I can't believe that shit's 25 years old.
The good old days.
The good old days. I used to stun my sisters in the living room. Elbow dropped them. Yeah. Put pillows on top of them. Do a swanton bomb on motherfuckers.
They're so little now. They were only littler then.
Yeah. Dog, I used to beat some ass, bro.
Damn, you just come to the house and lamboose the asses?
I'm telling you, I can remember when I stopped thinking like wrestling was cool. It was like maybe like first week or so.
Was this another one of those Steve-O stories?
Nah, I told the story on the podcast before. Like me and an old friend in elementary school, I think his name was Darian something, I don't remember. But he was a huge wrestling fan. Him and this guy named Chris, they were huge wrestling fans. So were a lot of us at the time. Like at recess, we would play a fucking Royal Rumble. Nobody fucking listened.
If you weren't a wrestling fan, it's because you ain't have cable. And even if you didn't have cable, you pretended.
And you pretended like you watched that shit, right?
The hell yeah, I saw it last night. You lying, you just let somebody else talk about it.
You ask somebody else who saw it, they tell you about it.
Right, you be like, right.
I did that one time. And, I think it was 2nd grade. I think like Scream 2 came out, right?
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And everybody was talking about it in class.
Right.
And I was trying to be all cool. And I was just like, yeah, I saw it already. Yeah, and this girl's like, what? For reals? What happened? And I literally lied about the whole movie. About what had went down.
But it sounds so believable, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I don't think I ever got looped for it. But I remember going into 7th grade and it was not cool because I had first period PE, right? And I had my homeboy in first period PE, and it was like maybe like the first week or two of school, you know, like you weren't exactly like jumping into the sports yet, you know what I mean? They were still doing like roll, and you were just like chilling in that grass field, right? It was like the first week, and they were just getting fucking everybody situated, right? And I don't even think we got our lockers yet. We didn't get our lockers till like the 2nd week.
It's weird,
right? So, anyways, we're all just chilling in the grass, and it's around the time that I met Shy, a couple other people, and Darren was just like, came up to me and he was like, yo, he's like, you want to play wrestling? I'm just like, I don't know if this is the place, bro. I was looking over my shoulders. I was like, I don't know if this is the place, dog. And I never talked to him ever again.
Damn.
I believe it was him. I'm not 100% sure.
So did he just like turn into a goth kid and slip into obscurity?
Nah, he moved. Like, he didn't stay long. Like,
Thank God for him, man. Hopefully that dream is still alive within him.
The other kid?
Hopefully he's in Ohio Valley Wrestling right now. Just living out the dream.
The other kid, like, on summer break or something, you know what I mean? Because my grandma lived by the old elementary school, and there's a park over there, too. Like, I would see the other kid who was just in it as much as we were. He was still going to elementary school and still playing wrestling with the other kids.
Ah, that's not good.
I'm like, man, this guy never going to get no pussy, bro.
And if he does, it's not going to be the right way.
Man.
Damn.
Good times. Wrestling brings back some good memories, man.
It does, though.
Really
Hopefully the dream never dies. I know I watch SmackDown until, like, fucking...
Every now and then, when I'm bored, I watch old wrestling videos, bro. When The Rock saved... Now, when Stone Cold saves Team WWE. Man, that was one of the best moments in wrestling history ever.
I got you.
Anyway, what else you got? Watch playoffs?
You know what I did? And I was right about the Eagles, which was cool. But the Jags definitely... It was disappointing watching that.
I was totally off about the Vikings-Eagle game. I thought it was going to be the other way around.
Most people did.
But I was pretty close on the Jags and Patriots game. But, man, a lot of people are complaining about the whole penalties. Now, the Jags got like 10 more fucking penalties than the fucking Patriots did.
Playing the Patriots, you know.
You're in Foxborough.
Right.
You know you're not going to get the calls. Right? My thing was more on the Jags.
Right.
Play calling. It's Tom Brady, bro. Like, you got to go for the win. You know what I mean? Like, they're being too predictable, you know, running up the gut from shotgun. You know what I mean? Like, I know Fournette's a beast, but they all knew what you were going to do.
That's exactly the thing. Because from first half, you got that fucking great start on them. Now, most people, the thing that doesn't help them come back is second half, they're like, keep doing what we're doing. They think over in the Patriots locker room, they're like, all right, man, Brady, we got to start scoring.
Yeah.
We don't know what to do. This tough-ass team we're facing, we just can't. It's not going down like that. They're making the necessary adjustments.
One of the commentators said the same thing. He just said, you know, stop running it on first and second down.
It's Tom fucking Brady.
Open up the playbook. You know what I mean? On first down, surprise them. Go for that fucking slant.
That flea flicker was popular this weekend.
Yeah.
Every team did it.
The Patriots did it twice.
All Jags.
When's the last time you've seen the Patriots do something cool? You know what I mean?
Besides winning, right?
But it was, I blame that on coaching on the Jags.
Yeah.
I mean, they had it. They had 3rd and 18. They had Brady. You know what I mean? And I knew it after they converted that. I'm like, no, the Patriots are gonna win this game.
Yeah.
Had they just opened up the playbook, gone a little differently, not even open it up, go with your best third down player, like the guy said, the commentator said, do that on first down, do that on second down. Get yourself 15 yards. Get them to stay out of the box a little bit.
Stop fucking punting. That's not going to help you giving Tom Brady the ball.
Because Bortles, that last drive before that fucking Gilmore tip, he was driving the ball.
Right.
He was doing really well.
I feel like even on that tip, he did his job. I feel like it was the receiver's job to fight for that ball.
That was a great defensive play, that's all.
It was.
Westbrook was falling back.
Because
he still could have had that. Had that dude not tipped it, he was catching that ball. They were going to be down at the 3-yard line.
Yeah, but he's relying on tip. When you're in those situations, you're like, I got to fight for this shit I already know. Larry Fitzgerald, somebody like that.
Jump up for it. You might get that PI call. Exactly. The Patriots were getting it. You're right.
He's like, oh, I'm ahead of him. I'm just going to catch the easy. I'm going to do what's easy.
Bortles did the right thing. He made the right play. Right. I mean, it was a good ball.
It was just defense.
That was just a great play.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So, I mean, I was a little pissed off because I was rooting for the Jags.
Tired of seeing the Patriots go.
That's true.
That's what it is.
I was pissed off. I was all yelling at my girl here because the Jags are losing. I don't even like the Jags. Right?
If they come to San Diego, though, please do.
I didn't even care for the second game. I saw the opening drive.
Right.
You know, Rudolph caught that touchdown from Keenum. I'm like, oh, dude. I was like, I was on fucking money today. I'm going to be money on this one for sure. Right? And I watched the second drive, right? And then, is it Peterson return? Was it Peterson or Patterson?
One of the two.
Pick six. Right. I'm like, all right, we got a game here, you know? And then I was...
Huge defensive battle, though.
I was going back and forth, you know, on the game. And then I think it was right before the half, like they threw a bomb to Alshon Jeffrey.
Oh.
And right then I knew, I was like, oh, this is over. This is over. I'm changing the channel. And I went back to watching Last Chance Eve.
Okay.
And I finished the second season.
I watched the whole.
That's how good that show is for me.
You're like, I'm not going to watch real football.
I got down.
I'm going to stop to watch
that was real football. I mean, I could have easily just Googled and seen what happened, read what happened. But I was going to bed that night, and it was the last episode, and I fell asleep. I woke up like at 5:30, turned my Netflix back on, and I finished watching the episode and went back to sleep after that.
It's dedication.
Right? I would be a pretty good coach, I think.
You should coach.
Thinking about it.
Might as well.
You know anybody that's hiring? I mean, I know the Bucks are hiring. They just fired Jason Kidd.
What was that about?
They wanted to fire him last year.
Why? That's the thing I don't understand because I'm not in Milwaukee enough to know. But they're doing better than they were before he got there.
He found out from Giannis. Giannis called him before.
Look, man, they're looking to go in another direction.
That's more
Schwarzenegger than Giannis.
That's more Dikembe Mutombo. Giannis got that. I don't know if it is. It's a European accent.
I got you.
Right.
I got you.
But Giannis called and was like, "Yo, I'll lay my body on the line for you. Like I'll tell them I'm gonna walk it.
I'll die for this shit.
Right. I die for this shit.
Damn, the Greek freak.
Yeah, he was willing. He was like, "Hey, I'm gonna walk if they fire you." Like on some shit like that. And Jason Kidd's like, "Nah, you got your whole career."
This is the thing I don't understand. Why the fuck would you trade your head coach away to get Jason Kidd and then now you don't want him?
I thought about this when I saw the Jason Kidd firing, and it doesn't piss me off, but I'm like, I scratched my head thinking about it. Jason Kidd and Derek Fisher, as soon as they retired, became head coaches.
Right.
I mean, because they're in the league so long. I mean,
it was part of what they were known for as coaches. Because Karl Malone can't get hired as a coach, no matter when he wanted to coach. They don't fucking want him. But somebody like Jason Kidd, someone like Derek Fisher, who's known to be like a solid standard point guard.
I 100% agree with you. I think Steve Nash could probably coach because of his knowledge for the game.
I don't think he'd be a good head coach.
I didn't think Derek Fisher or Jason Kidd could be a head coach right off the bat.
Well, Derek Fisher, I probably should have assistant coach first, but I feel like Jason Kidd was a decent enough.
We all knew Luke Walton was going to be a coach someday. You could just tell the way that he was on the Lakers, more of that background guy.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
Jason
he
Kidd,
pretty much was coaching before he stopped.
We're more starters, you know what I mean? And Luke,
there were more of those watch the game from on the court than watch it from on the bench. I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? You knew Luke was going to be a coach someday.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then he paid his dues. You know, he was an assistant coach.
That nigga was also assistant coaching while he was still on the bench. So.
But was Derek Fisher or Jason Kidd an assistant coach? Because last time I checked, Jason Kidd was starting for his team.
They're floor generals, though.
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
But they don't have that coaching experience.
They're the guys that the coach entrusts to kind of run the team. That's why they look like
Patrick Ewing. Patrick Ewing spent some time as an assistant coach before he got the Georgetown.
You got to remember, though, Derek Fisher got hired by Phil immediately.
Yeah. That's a bad move.
I know, but he was one of Phil's guys.
But Brooklyn did that with Jason Kidd right away.
I thought it was a good move.
I just don't think as soon as a player retires.
Paul Pierce and KG were on the same page. Like, nigga, we play with you. You are not listening to you.
Exactly.
That's how they feel. I don't feel like just because you just retired, you shouldn't coach.
I think you need to spend some time
away from the game.
In the suit. Not necessarily away from the game, but coaching. Like, either
Where
go coach.
Supposed to get that experience? Being an
assistant or in the G League.
Listen, coaching isn't something that just comes to you with experience. It's something that's already in you.
Yeah.
I'm just going to be honest.
It wasn't in Jason Kidd and it wasn't in Derek Fisher.
Experience adds to it. How was it not in Jason Kidd?
Because he didn't have no success coaching.
He made a team that was not good better.
Who?
He helped. The Bucks.
The Bucks were pretty good before Jason Kidd got there too. They're up and down.
Nigga. They fucking got rid of Bogut because he never played. Brandon Jennings they got rid of.
They had a playoff year with Brandon Jennings.
Yeah, and Monte Ellis.
Mostly because of Brandon Jennings.
Obviously, Monte was only there for the second part of the season. And they didn't do shit. They had to play the Heat in the first round.
Everywhere Monte Ellis goes, there's no success.
Fuck out of here, dog.
Long story short, I mean, those guys should definitely. Well, now they can't coach anymore.
Talking about Monte,
they're not going to coach anymore unless they go coach college or high school.
Someone will hire.
I don't think they'll be NBA coaches anytime soon.
My thing is, I don't know why Jason Kidd was fired.
I don't like mid-season firings unless your team's tanking. Do you know what the Bucks' record is right now?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
I assume they're going to the playoffs. They look good.
They were on a good streak.
They just lost 4 in a row and then they fired him. And then someone else.
They wanted to fire him last year because of his old school approach.
Oh, so he's a hardball type and they don't like it.
Dog, there's reports out there Kawhi doesn't want to be in the Spurs anymore.
Yeah, I heard that.
Because people don't want to go there. People don't want to go play for Pop. I mean, as crazy as that sounds.
I think maybe it's because Pop might retire soon. Part of it is because of that. And
I don't know
who
if
the fuck is going to coach when Pop retires?
I think it was Chris Broussard said this on First Take today, that a lot of people don't want to go there because it is old school and Pop's running the show. Like, dudes want to get together and win, no doubt.
They want to LeBron James it.
But they want to do the LeBron James way.
Right.
Like,
well, you have fun
the
with your
players
friends
have more say than the coaches' way.
That's not a thing that should happen unless your head coach is inept.
That's what Chris Broussard was referring to.
Right.
Like, dudes want to go win, you know what I mean? But they want to be the ones saying what's happening in the huddle.
Yeah.
They don't want to be practicing hard like that. You know what I mean? Like, that's a fact. Like Isaiah Thomas said, they don't be practicing in Cleveland. He said they don't practice.
I don't doubt it.
You know what I mean? So that whole downfall, everything that's happening in Cleveland right now, I mean, they're still semi-good because they have a pretty decent record. But they're like winning games. They're not like high-fiving each other.
I told you they might not make it to the fucking finals.
Bumping shoulders in the hallway. Like, it's getting bad in Cleveland.
Yeah, it's worse than anyone predicted. But I didn't honestly looking at them like they might not make it to the finals. I saw that earlier before the season started. They got too many pieces to gel.
But we both agree.
Now it's getting worse.
That they're gonna. We both. Because I remember at the beginning of the year, I said Boston was gonna win it, and then I was like, you know what? It looks like Cleveland's gonna win it. It looks like those two are gonna be in the Eastern Conference Finals.
I can't say that about Cleveland.
Now that we've been watching them.
I never believed in Boston either, though. I'm not gonna lie to you. Out the gate, I was like, they're probably not going to the finals either. I
just thought outside of Isaiah Thomas, which was like maybe like the only missing piece, but Kyrie was a huge reason why that team was really successful, especially in the postseason.
That's true. I can say that now. At the time, I was like, he definitely helps, but I don't know that he's that big a reason. But I guess he was.
It doesn't look like Cleveland is as strong as before.
They got a bunch of different players though.
But a lot of teams do, right?
Yeah, like, a lot of teams that aren't super successful.
The Celtics have a whole new roster, and they're, I want to say, an inch or two better than Cleveland right now, especially defensively.
That's not a huge statement to make because Cleveland is shit right now.
But I'm saying, like, they have a bigger overhaul. Cavs just added a player or two. The Celtics,
a player or two?
Yeah, the Celtics, like, their entire roster is different. Yeah.
Okay, I guess 4
they
or 5
still have,
guys is a player.
They still have
too.
LeBron. They still got Kevin Love. They still have Tristan Kardashian. They still got JR. Their whole core is still the same. No, outside of one player, their best player outside of LeBron James.
That's fair.
That was it.
But
the Celtics, because you made the argument to me earlier.
They've got a few new guys though. It's not 1 or 2 new players.
Yeah, but your core team is still there. It's still intact outside of Kyrie.
You got 4 or 5 new guys on the floor. That's not
coming off the bench.
Playing significant minutes.
The Celtics are doing the same thing, though. Is it coaching?
I understand. And the Celtics aren't looking great right now.
They're looking better than Cleveland.
Cleveland doesn't look good right now.
I'm saying they're better. Okay. That's all I said. They look inches better, and they've had a much more difficult task than Cleveland has had.
Not really.
Yes, they have.
Their ceiling is lower. They didn't even get to the finals last year.
The Celtics got to the Eastern Conference Finals.
They didn't get to the finals.
Both teams faced each other in the Eastern Conference Finals last year.
That ceiling is lower for the Celtics.
And the Cavs got to the finals because of Kyrie.
If the Celtics make it to the Eastern Conference Finals this year and lose, people look at it like it's a successful season. If Cleveland
I won't, but I know what you're saying. You know what I mean?
Cleveland makes it to there and loses, it's a fail.
It's crazy because the Celtics, you can't say it's a successful season because they've been number one the entire season in the East, right?
They did that shit last year.
They've had the best record, right? That's what I'm saying. Let me finish. Because now I know what the excuse is going to be, and it's actually a legitimate excuse. They have a whole new overhaul on the roster, and they still got there, the Celtics. You got rid of your best player. You brought in a better player. You have a bunch of key different guys in and out. Hayward's gone. I don't know what the other kid's name is. Got a rookie playing lights out, etc., etc. But if you go to the Eastern Conference Finals and you don't get through, people are gonna be like, oh, well, it was, they had pretty much an overhaul roster. Something I would say, but I'm like, you know what, man? Number one, it's the East, and if the Cavs are struggling,
right,
it's not a success to me if you don't get past them.
Right, that's what I'm saying. And honestly, the Cavs suck right now. It's awful.
I think it's only successful if you look at bad teams like the Lakers, the Suns. If they made the playoffs, that's success for them. It's a team that's been on the bottom for majority of the past few years.
That's so real.
Like the Suns, I don't think the Suns have been in the playoffs since Nash left.
What the fuck they're doing right now?
I don't know. I think it's safe to say the Lakers might get to the playoffs before the Suns do.
Yeah.
Even though I really like Devin Booker.
Right. He needs to be somewhere else. If Boston could have got him, they should have traded for him.
Nah, because if I'm a free agent, Arizona's not that bad.
Oh, no. It's not a bad place to
Going to go play for the Suns. If you're not that far away from the West Coast.
If you want to be a part of a winning franchise, you don't want to be in Phoenix.
Maybe not.
Not right now.
Not right now.
Not unless you're like Anthony Davis. If you're Anthony Davis and you go there.
If you're Anthony Davis, you and Devin Booker, you're at least floating around 8th, 7th seed in the West. Right. That's
what I'm saying.
And that's enough to bring in that one extra piece. That's kind of like,
Devin Booker, you might want to be somewhere where you can score and it'll count.
Well, that's that we don't know. Devin Booker is the face of that franchise. I mean, they're going to make him that guy.
That's true. If you're the face of the franchise, you might not want to leave.
And people will want to play with Devin Booker. Maybe yes or no. I mean, because the guy is a high-volume shooter.
It's hard to get players to want to come there when you don't draft well. If you draft well, then some of those players start making it look sexy.
I don't know how that one kid's doing. He was our top pick this year. Jackson, the kid from Kansas. Is it Jackson?
I don't even know who's there.
I've not heard his name being brought up. Never. I don't even know if that
Jesus.
guy. Anyways, they're trying to get Lou Williams. They're trying to get DeAndre Jordan.
Cleveland. I heard they're trying to get DeAndre. Hopefully they can get somebody. They're trying to get George Hill. They need to do something. Right, because it's not working.
But if those players are going to cost you. And who are they going to get rid of? We'll save that for another week. That's a good another 30 minutes right there.
Get rid of their owner, their head coach, in my opinion.
It just looks like the Warriors are going to fucking run away with this thing again.
Most likely.
The championship's going to be in the Western Conference.
Whoever comes out of the West is going to get that title.
Like, that series versus Golden State and Houston is going to be fucking good. It's going to be a lot better than the Warriors and whoever is not Cleveland coming out of the East. Right? Because if it's LeBron in the finals, he's going to try to put up a fight.
Honestly, this year I could see him coasting.
LeBron James is going to be the 7th person to reach 30,000 points today. Okay. I think it's today. He's 7 points away.
Okay.
So, I mean...
He might score 6 and just pass the ball.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, man, he would troll. He would troll. Pass up open shots like not today. But now, shout out to Bron. He's going to do his thing.
Shout out to Bron.
30,000, that's crazy. That's a lot of points, bro.
It is.
He's the youngest player to do it, too. I think he did it a year faster than Kobe did. I thought Iverson was up there, but he's not up there. Karl Malone, Kareem, Shaq just missed it. Shaq was like at 28-9, I think.
Damn. Yeah, he should come back and get that last 100.
That's what I'm saying. No, not 100. He needs like a 1,100. 28-9.
He should come back and get that last 1,100.
Right?
Go to like the Hornets or the Magic.
Kobe only needed 400 points to get to 34,000. He's at 33, like 600 or something.
They should both come back, play for the Magic, and just pass to each other.
Should do one more year, bro. Anyways, that's enough sports for today.
All right. I caught UFC 220. Stipe Miocic did exactly what I thought he would.
What time did you wake up from that fucking snooze fest?
I can't say it was a snooze fest.
I just haven't seen anything.
It wasn't the illest shit I've ever seen, but I can't remember who else fought. But it was good. And we got together, made tacos and shit. I made some guacamole.
I saw that. I'm like, man, these motherfuckers be eating good without me, bro.
Corn dog. Nigga, you don't like the UFC. What you want?
That's true.
Corn dog made his fucking refried beans. Some shits came out fire.
UFC just mad boring to me.
Nigga Ed Schmurder's girl made some cookies that were like on point. I forgot to take a picture of them.
He got in trouble for not liking the cookies?
No.
Oh, my bad.
I didn't take a picture of the cookies.
So you got in trouble.
She make bomb ass cookies though. She make like simple chocolate chip cookies that come out like fire every time.
That sounds. I love chocolate chip cookies.
Cool.
I love homemade chocolate chip cookies.
Right.
Schmurda won't. He'll vouch for me on this. No homo, but when we live together, me, him, and D-Raw.
That's not Schmurda.
Oh, my bad.
It's an Aunt Schmurda.
Oh, my bad. I thought you were talking about
Jerry Curl.
I'm talking about the Jerry Curl assassin. My bad, Jerry. Anyways, when we live together, I made some bomb ass cookies. All right.
I believe that.
Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and let that go. My bad. Got a phone call.
Corn Dog's actually hitting me up right now. He's going juiciest oranges I've ever had. His granddaddy got an orange tree. He hooked me up with some oranges. Fire.
I like some oranges. Save me some.
Juicy. I'll bring some. He got me a bag. He's like, got you a bag. I'm like, man, I'm about to fuck up a bag.
Forgot where I was going with that, but I used to make cookies at the house. They're fire. They're fire. I'm just throwing it out there.
Were they just simple chocolate chip, or was
just the fucking ones you buy? You fucking put them on a fucking pan and you heat them up, and they, you know what I mean?
Okay.
I'm not fucking Betty Crockett or anything, you know what I mean? I'm not Martha motherfucking Stewart, but I can get down in the ovens, you know what I mean?
I got you.
Dog, the other day I was driving, and I was like, maybe literally after we finished the last podcast, and I don't know what it is. Every time I'm in a rush, I get every fucking red light, every fucking trolley, train, fucking passing through. You gotta wait for that shit to pass by. Right? But, and I try to do this every other morning that I take my brother to school. I try to avoid it. But probably the most annoying thing to me is driving past school zone cross guards. Right?
Maybe fucking around, dog.
Bro. Because I used to do that shit. I used to fucking around too, right? I would let one car go and then put the stop sign back out again. I'm like, hold up. Hold it.
Yeah, you getting that karma, huh?
Worst part about it, though, is there's always a cop on the corner. You know what I mean? Just like watching everything, making sure motherfuckers listen to the kids.
Right.
But there was just some reason, bro. The other day, I was ready to fire on a kid. I was like, move. Come on, let's go.
You trying to fire on kids?
Walk faster. Like, that shit gets me so pissed.
We just start honking.
There is some fine moms walking their kids around, you know what I mean? So you try to, like, you know, you let them pass, you put that smile on, you go ahead. You know, right?
Remember this fucking face.
Right? I'm in that Paul Walker, rev the engine a little bit, you know what I mean?
The kids start cheering for you. Like that fucking Taco Shell commercial with the little kids like, why don't we make the bottom flat? And everybody starts fucking hoisting up.
That sounds funny. I never seen that, but that fucking sounds funny. Nah. I don't know why I have this in my notes, but I was kind of like, where was I going with this? I don't do it. My girl's over it now. She's kind of like, she knows. But on my phone, not so much my phone, but
occasionally from time to time, other girls' numbers will just pop up.
No, that's pizza for real, baby. That's really Papa John's calling, bro. Why are they calling you?
Because they know.
This is mad corny, right? I know some dudes have a picture of them and their girl on their screensaver, which is mad corny, but I get it. Every once in a blue moon, I do it, but for the most part, I have my dog. Or I either have my brother or my nephew, you know what I mean, on my phone.
Right.
What's mad corny to me, and it's unacceptable in bro code. And I know some feelings could get hurt out there, but your profile pic has to be just you, dog. It can't be you and your girl.
Why not?
I was seeing this shit on Twitter the other day. Dudes were getting clowned on because he got a picture of him and his girl on his profile pic on his Twitter. I'm like, dog. Of all places, on Twitter is like the last place you want to put a profile pic of you and your girl because you get roasted easily.
Why is that an issue?
That's just mad corny to me. It's a profile picture. It's your profile. It's a picture of you.
Okay.
I used to like put other pictures of other people. Like the last one I had for my profile pic was Hillary Clinton.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I got you to jump off. I see you.
When she was in that little red suit, somebody like edited the photo and put a red bandana on her face. Like that shit was dope. I had that on my profile pic.
Okay.
But for the most part, it's usually just my face. But when I see people, not so much anymore, but like maybe a few years ago, mostly on Facebook and Instagram, you'll see like couples make dual accounts.
Yeah.
That shit is mad trash to me.
Yeah, that's foolish to me.
Like, this is not a what you should do segment, but this is what you shouldn't do segment. Okay. Right now. Like, number one.
I like it.
Right? And I feel like the whole, because they're clowning this dude because he's like 32. And he's got a picture of him and his new girlfriend as his profile pic. Like, number one.
32 new girlfriend.
He looks like he's in his 30s. I'm just
wifey.
saying 32.
That's wifey. That's gotta be. He's
right?
32. That's wifey, nigga.
But when you're
new
that.
girlfriend? What the fuck?
When you're that old.
You know what I mean? We almost there, dog.
I guess what I'm saying. And I'm
about to be 30 on Sunday.
I'm already there. I'll post pictures every now and then of me and my lady.
Right.
But your profile, like you just shutting the game for yourself out, bro.
I mean, it's not about the game for him, though.
That's true. But it's about manhood.
It's a business decision when you do that, though.
Is it?
Even when you're not sharing the account, I'm just going to be honest with you. Let me open y'all up real quick. Get your mind there. It's a business decision when you make that profile pic, you and your lady. Point period. That's
what a big time business decision.
Yeah.
Business decision.
And gay niggas do that shit all the time. That's some gay shit.
I'm saying that's some gay shit.
Yeah.
Right? And no disrespect, but that's some gay shit.
I was watching the episode of The Office last night that reminded me. We're not saying gay in the homo way. It's in the lame way.
Oh, okay.
It's not saying, oh, you're gay, you're homosexual. We're saying you're lame.
You gotta just be specific these days. You know what I mean? You gotta be cautious.
Put that out there.
You gotta
I
be
don't
cautious
want
with
no
that kind of
backlash.
shit.
I don't want anybody thinking I'm homophobic. I'm not. If Idris Elba pulled out his dick, I couldn't tell him to put it away. That don't make me gay. I'm just saying I couldn't say no to him. Pause. I forgot pause. Forgot to say pause.
I'm just saying.
No, it's not gay because I said pause.
Unless you're a freshman through junior in high school,
right.
Profile pics with your girl, I guess that's cool because that's brownie
even
points.
If you are in high school, that's something that your chick does.
That's what I'm saying. That's a female thing,
right? I mean, to be honest, would you put a picture of you and your homeboy as your profile pic?
No.
If it's you and a group of y'all, that's fine. But if it's just you and one of your homies, that's confusing because motherfuckers read that name, they're like, "What the fuck is this?"
I had a photo of me and my bro as my profile pic on Facebook, and it still might be there, right? That's
your brother,
family. But even now, I'm kind of like, that's kind of gay. I'm gonna take that shit down. You know what I mean?
It depends how you grow up. That's what.
Because
it depends how you grow up.
I mean, mind you, I don't be following strangers, but if somebody goes to my account, it says, "Wait a minute, which one's him?" You know what I mean? Like, you don't have that problem.
Okay, I follow strangers, but not online.
I don't follow too many strangers on Facebook. Facebook's more for friends, family, old high school associates, whatever. You know, on Instagram, I be following some mad strangers, right?
Twitter, that's what it's for.
That's what it's for. Twitter, I follow some mad strangers. Some strangers have become friends, right? But
all up in the podcast with us. I see y'all.
I just think if you're 17 and over, man, you can't do the whole couple's profile pic anymore.
Yeah, I think that's a bad thing, but it's a business decision. Niggas do
business
that
decision,
shit.
As in like.
Motherfuckers
are getting held the booty unless they put that on there.
No, it ain't even about
that's the business
this
decision
crazy
for me.
world we live in now. It ain't even about getting ass. It's just about making your lady happy.
Nah, stop all that.
I promise you, niggas,
ever.
Dude, some shit. Because back in the day, even in the 90s, we'll say it like this: if a girl was like, "If you put this pic up of us, I'm gonna reward you." Motherfucker put that pick up immediately.
I tell my chick all the time.
Put that shit in the newspaper and then they go get them draws.
I tell my chick all the time, like, I don't need to post shit about us online for other people to see to make you happy. You know what I mean? Like, that's my individual thing. Like, whether I post a picture of us or not, that's my individual thing. Like, right. I don't like. I got a couple homies to do it because everybody's different. I'm just a different animal. You know what I mean? And I'm just a different man, to be honest with you. But not so much private because I like to post the accomplishments of my younger ones. You know what I mean? On there.
That's basically what your profile is about.
If you've been in my Instagram, it's mostly my dog.
Kylo and family.
Yeah, it's mostly my dog and family. But as far as my relationship goes, that's usually pretty private unless it's on the podcast. You know what I mean?
That's the thing, though. That's the world we live in today. Motherfuckers gotta. Oh, we gotta put it online to make it official.
But that's what I'm saying. You're in a bad business to begin with if posting a profile pic of you and your girl to make your girl happy. That's a bad situation. Right, that's what I'm saying. Because when you're doing it for a business decision, that means you're doing it for the booty because it's being locked up. Yep.
It's a bad business decision.
That's a bad business decision. Because it's a bad business.
Because if they girl see it like, oh, he put his profile pic with me, then they're gonna be
like
happy.
My chick right now. I won't post a picture of us for the rest of the year, and she'll be cool. But if I wash the dishes, she's gonna be happy as fuck. Like that makes her happy.
You know what I'm saying? If you live your relationship instead of just trying to do things to put online.
If I act more like a hoe and keep bringing her lunch, she's gonna be happy. You know what I mean? But
it's not hoe shit to bring your girl lunch, dog. It's grown up shit, nigga.
Well, I should probably take the apron off when I do it then, because then it won't be so much hoe. You know what I mean?
Jody took his girl lunch. He go pick her from work.
Jody was riding his girl's car. You know what I'm saying?
And then he go pick her from work.
He had no choice. He was pushing her whip.
He had a choice.
He was pushing her whip. Dude, he had no choice. That's a bad business decision.
He had a choice, dog.
He goes sell them dresses. That could be a new segment. Bad business decision.
It's all gonna be relationship advice.
It's 2018. If you're 17 and over, and you have an Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, your profile picture should not be of you and your girl. You can post pictures. That's cool.
I can't tell you what it should or shouldn't be. I'm just going to tell you, if it's about business, it's a bad decision.
I don't want to get in. Never mind. I'm not going to get into this part. This is something lame. Because I see mad people posting. And for the most part, most of my close friends, they've been in good relationships. They're still together.
That's
you know
good.
What I mean?
That's good.
Like, I pick on some of my friends, but they've been just as happy in their relationship as I've been. You know what I mean? So everybody's doing pretty cool. There's a lot of people I know that I follow on the gram that are like in 4 or 5 different relationships and like in super mad love every fucking month. You know, right? And then they go back and delete all 39 of those pictures. You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit!
Like that shit is like you. At some point, you're too old for that, dog.
Yeah.
Let's get off this hating shit. W2 season's here. I gotta go find some kids to claim.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I can use this extra refund. Dude. I never get a refund, bro. So I'm trying to get one this year. Yeah. You know what I mean? Holding up pictures of kids, like, yo, hitting up some exes, like, yo, that baby kind of look like me, yo.
Whose baby is it?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, hold up, Maury. That motherfucker, he might look like me, dog.
We should start doing DNA tests.
That's true.
That could be a slightly genius segment.
Man.
Go ahead and get your DNA tested.
I've never been a person that's benefited from like, I've always been like that small percentage of people that fucking hate doing it because we gotta pay.
Oh, okay.
I've never had a big tax refund ever.
I had one, and then that was it.
I've always had to pay it. There's one year when I was like 19 that I got like $1,100.
Jesus.
You know what I mean? Flipped it, bought a break. You know what I'm saying?
You feel like Tip.
You know what I'm saying? I took that to the bank. I got some 20s and some ones.
Right around bumping paper trail, just feeling good.
Rolled it up.
I used to dream. Whoa.
Put that shit in my fucking boombox. In the back.
Put that 20 in your sock. Hit TJ. Yep. Go to Hong Kong real brief.
Back in the day, man, got some booty. Back in the day, $1,100 went a long ways for me.
Nigga, you could buy a car. You could buy motherfucking new threads. You can go eat and still have money left over. And you can hit the mall. And you go to movies. And you go to a concert. And some more shit.
I bought a piece of shit.
Still have half of it.
Nissan Maxima for $800.
Nigga.
In 2010.
Shit felt good, didn't it?
That shit lasted me a year, fam.
When you first got it, you like, nigga, it's the new.
That's $800 for the year.
It's the new girl. I mean?
That's why I looked at it. Like, the bad part was I picked it up at night. Never seen the car before. Trusted a friend. It was my close homie at the time. And he was like, yo, he's like, my boys.
Oh, you bagged her at the club at the end of the night?
My neighbor's selling this ride. I was like, cool, I just needed a whip.
Right.
$800. I picked it up. And we're going down back streets of Iris over by Job Corps. And you know that dip?
Oh, it got you.
I hit that dip going like 40, right? And the bumper damn near fell off. We hit it so hard. The car turned off, and we were still rolling.
Oh, shit.
Still rolling.
Damn.
My blinkers was brighter than my headlights.
Damn.
You know what I mean? It was just bad, dog. Right. Like, that car was a piece of shit. Like, you could turn the car on with anything. Like, you didn't need to You just put a screwdriver. You can use your house key. It'll turn on the car. The windows would keep falling down. I would roll up all the windows. I'd wake up in the morning. All the windows was down. But ain't nobody wanted to steal that piece of shit.
Maybe the whip was haunted, bro.
Nobody wanted to steal
Maybe the whip was haunted, bro.
I'll tell you one time, right? And Matt, fucking Kyle went on my ride one time. I think Eddie was in there too. Everybody was scared for their life. We went to Hooters and that motherfucker, bro. Fucking seats was bumping. Going down the highway, like scary as shit. Like this shit, I'm telling you, bro.
Lights just flickering on and off.
Motor was hanging on by rubber bands, bro. Jesus. Like this shit was a piece. It lasted me a year. The day I was like, you know what, I gotta get rid of this. Right? I had traded in for a car at the time. Deal didn't end up going through, so I got the car back. Some Mexicans stole my tags, right? So
Jesus,
I stole them back off the ride that I had for a minute. But anyways, I was going home one day, right? And this had happened to me a couple times, but never this scary. The steering wheel just locked, and I couldn't turn the car. And I lived on a corner house with my pops, right? So I had no choice but to drive up on the sidewalk and hit the tree, right? So like I hit the brakes.
What?
Yeah, I was hitting the corner. I probably shouldn't have been. I was going like maybe 20 miles per hour, right? Because I live literally on the corner. Right. I hit this corner and I pull up and I stop right here, right? But the fucking steering wheel didn't want to turn. Right. So there's a tree. Then it's my house. I hit the fucking sidewalk. I press the brake and I didn't fucking smack into it. But
enough to
the tree stopped me. You know what I mean?
Cool. Damn.
My pops was like, "Yo, you drunk? Like what the hell?" I'm like, "Dog, this shit just locked in on me, bro."
Oh shit.
And he's like, "Hey, bro, it might be time to get rid of that car and go get your $75 back, bro." Long story short, I called like Ecology or some shit. They came up, picked it up, and gave me 400 racks for it.
Dude, Ecology got the crown.
400 racks, give me $400.
There was little racks back then.
Yeah.
That rack rate changed after Rack City.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what it was.
That's true. When Rack City came out, man, you had $100 on you. You thought you had racks.
It was a rack. Now it's like you gotta have a G. And even that G, you start thinking about like, it's an investment. You're like, what am I gonna put it into?
Shoes. I was never a shoe guy, but most people would probably feel that way.
Dude, I got the most shoes right now that I've ever had in my life.
Really?
Yeah, I got like 13 pairs of shoes right now.
And you still ain't got the Zoes.
I could never. I couldn't trade all my shoes in for the Zoes.
Nah. Anyways, well.
Never catch me in Zoes.
Well, ended there. I actually want some Zoe. I want the slips.
Yeah, I bet you do.
You know what I'm saying? They look, because they got the Zoe logo on them, pretty dope.
Nigga, you could make that logo and put it on anything.
You're probably right. We can make some slightly genius slips. We'll talk about that later.
Okay.
Right?
I like where your head's at right now.
Another week. We almost we already added January, fam. Oh, it's your birthday. What's your birthday? Sunday? All right, cool. We'll do a slightly genius birthday cake for something.
I like cake.
Then you can be 30.
Yeah, I'm going to be 30.
Damn.
I'm going to have to go fucking take out a life insurance policy or something.
Right?
You know what I mean? I'm almost there. Heart attack at 34. You know.
Make sure you get all my info. Put me down as a beneficiary. Right?
And then we'll go celebrate end of the night.
Right?
I'm not gonna make it till Monday. Jesus.
Damn. Crazy. All right. Well, Slightly Genius. We'll call it a day.
You know what it is.
As always, YouTube, SoundCloud, Instagram, Slightly Genius Podcast.
Shout out Corn Dog for the oranges. Juiciest fucking oranges. I'm telling him he should probably start selling them at a farmer's market. They're that fucking good.
Oh, dog. My mom's met Canelo yesterday.
Nigga.
He's going to be back on Saturday. Dude, it's free. Right? And you can go. I'm like, fam, I'm going to go.
What time? Please tell me. We'll go to that shit.
She says some guy comes up to her and says bye to her, right? And she's just like, who the fuck are you?
Hey,
you know
bye,
what I mean? Because I says, bye. And these dudes next to him are acting like girls and taking pictures with him. Right. And like my mom put two and two together and she asked this guy, she's like, who the fuck is that? She's like, that's Canelo. And sure enough, they're passing out flyers after that. He's going to be at this event on Saturday at the Y for the kids because he's doing some training out here.
Nice.
I know he trains here in San Diego.
Right.
But he's going to be there for the kids. So I'm going to go over there, with my Mayweather shirt, my money team shirt. Right?
Oh, yeah, dog.
Catch his hands right quick.
Dude, I'm trying to go. I'm trying to see Canelo. I got to smell their hands. I got to see if they smell like cinnamon.
I want to see how tall he is. I've seen him before, but from distance. I'm like,
you're right.
I ain't about to get in that fucking line, man. I ain't no groupie.
I will. Fuck it.
And my perspective's changed since then. You know what I mean? On that note, we'll end this here. Slightly Genius.
Yeah.